The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. For the most intriguing wrestling stories and info on independent shows in multiple regions, nobody does it like We Talk Wrestling. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro Wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the entire crew every Tuesday at 7 p.m. as they bring their takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and news on the #1 fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Visit them at facebook.com/WrestleTalkPodcast and at WrestleTalkCast on YouTube and X.
All of us here show appreciation and love to our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation as well as protect and serve us every day. Thank you for all you do.
Happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. It's episode number 198 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Tonight we'll bring up the most buzzworthy headlines around the major leagues in the world of wrestling. We'll also make some predictions for WWE's Night of Champions, and we'll also discuss the greatest generational patriarchs in professional wrestling history.
Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. The show starts in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Welcome to the show. Buckle up tight. Rough cut, Rick Ruby in the spotlight. Champ spinning mouth fans breaking it down. Best wrestlers podcast in this town. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you. Mr. G2 bringing the style. Austin Cage making the fans go wild. Cutting deep into the heart of the fight. Best wrestlers podcast, fun and bright. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you.
And everybody, we're here once again on a Sunday night, kicking this party off right. And the only place where you can guaranteed to see Roman Reigns every week, at least in our opening sequence. It's episode number 198 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. We are here live, and we got some viewers here. If you're watching the show right now, if you're watching us for the first time, go ahead and like us, follow us, subscribe to us, and even share this show for others to take a look in here to kind of see what we are doing here. Tonight, we've got quite a bit on our plate, and we're going to try to wrap it up as tightly as we can here. So I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here. Of course, the top left to the top right, of course, is the Gem City Mouse Zmiz, and of course, is the Dirty Heel Austin Cage down below. And we've actually got, I guess, some interesting weekends here. And you know what, Z, I feel so bad for Cage right now. I really do. Sometimes I don't, but this week I do, because the bro does not have any airflow right now in his house. And he's doing this. And you even told him to go put the shirt on, because he was actually sitting without his shirt. Look, from what I heard before I got in here. So thank you for that. I mean,
look, look, personally, I wouldn't give a damn if it made you happy or not, Ruby, or the fans.
Hey, but you know what?
We're talking about wrestling, so their shirts are off 98% of the time, unless it's promo. And like I told Z earlier, I know I'm in better shape than probably the majority of the fans watching right now. So if it didn't hurt their feelings, I wouldn't care.
We're just trying to be respectful and giving space on this Father's Day. We don't need to see your
hold on.
man
Most fathers
chesticles.
would probably have their shirts off anyways, doing the.
Oh, dude, I saw. We went out to my father-in-law's today and spent a great day out at the farm, hanging out. The kids riding the four-wheelers, the gators, all that kind of stuff. Had beautiful dessert my sister-in-law made. And I did. As soon as I got home, we got home about 5:30ish, 6 o'clock. And I turned on TNA to finish watching it, and I didn't take long. Did not take long. I passed out.
Yeah, well, I had like I said, I was down in St. James last night. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but then I had some other duties to take care of, work duties to take care of before.
Duty.
Yeah, duty. I'm always got duty to take care of, so yeah. But no, I mean, I had a short little private, I guess, like a little meal and all that here with the family, but that's probably about all I had. And now I'm here tonight to share it all here with you guys here. I mean, as far as what we got going on. So
Yeah, so you know some other funny stuff on top of the no AC shit. So I got from that storm or whatever that happened over the last couple of days. Remember when I told you guys that tree fell on my house, that last big winter storm?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So another branch fell on top of the house.
Oh,
I mean, it didn't do as much damage as this one is because it was still attached. It didn't fall completely off. So now I got to cut that off Monday now. So it keeps getting better.
Man.
I mean, if I lived close, I'd come help you.
Yeah.
Man.
Good thing I know a bunch of rednecks that got chainsaws and shit. So
you're gonna end up starting. You started out living like you're in suburban life. And now your house is gonna end up like you're right off the river from Deliverance, bro. I mean,
this house is in nicer shape and a better neighborhood than my old one, and this house has become more of a pain in the ass than my old house has.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, let's just say, it's
one of those you got to keep up with your grass type of neighborhoods because it's a competition between old people and shit.
Oh well,
And Karen,
they won't like me because I get my lawn cut every 2 weeks, and I don't care. I'm not. I got about an acre of property all together between my home and my front and backyards. It's like, bro, I got to pay somebody to go and do that, man, because I just do way too much in order to get to do that, and I do not have a tractor. So,
well, I was doing that, but then I was just like, the wedding's coming up, so it's just like saving every bit of money I can. So I used my Menards card and went out and bought a pushing mower, and I just get up real early in the morning before it really gets hot and cut it. But yeah.
And then while you're there, why don't you go and register for for your wedding at Menards?
Hey. Might as well, shit. At least I can put all the money on that.
They got some good stuff in Menards, man. They got food and got groceries. They got other nice gifts. You can have some like electrical tape or a toilet seat. You never those might come in handy.
Well,
we're not playing the wrestling match there, guy. Unless
hey,
actually,
about life too.
Buy a toilet seat now because you're going to be like pissed off when you have your first kid and they finally break one and you're like, like, and you didn't know because they didn't tell you.
When they have their first kid.
Bro, I fell right off the toilet seat because Chase broke the toilet seat and I didn't know. Sat down and that son of a gun slid right off and I'm like, into the toilet. Yeah, it hurt. Go buy a new toilet seat now.
Ouch.
Bro,
no.
Well, I bought like 2 brand new toilets like 2 months ago, so good.
So how was ACW yesterday?
Oh yeah, so St. James ACW yesterday. We kind of had the the airflow was kind of a little bit of a problem because of it getting warm, and it was in a gym, like on a fairgrounds, and they had fans like up at the top, blowing in. But it's like, you're blowing in air that's like 85 degrees, right? So it's like you're moving air, but now you're like moving in kind of warm air. So, I mean, we had some, but I mean, it got through. I mean, the crowd was okay. And let's just say, it's kind of difficult to book in Missouri if you don't get somebody in the office to get off their ass and push it through, because there's so much other things that, like I said, booking in the state of Missouri, or if you're trying to run a show in the state of Missouri, is a pain in the ass if you don't have anybody that you can talk to move it. So I will announce that we will be having ACW's next show is July 19th. So I don't have a flyer for it, but it is July 19th, DeSoto, Missouri. If you want, like I said, we'll get some tickets out for that whenever that comes around, and whenever they finally get that. But no, it was an okay crowd last night. I actually got to put somebody's face in a cake last night.
Nice.
Me and Bubba did that to Jake B. Rich because he was wanting to celebrate King Charles' birthday a week early over Flag Day and the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. So us good old America boys put the nice cake right in his face. And Bubba was actually smart enough to save off like a corner before we shoved it, and we shared a little corner of that cake before we actually wrestled.
Wow.
So,
Did the crowd try to get the small scraps?
well, it was all in the ring, so they can't.
He also, so on We Talk Wrestling this past week, our AI assistant put up a question in the group asking what maneuver would you like to see come back to wrestling that doesn't predominantly get used. One of mine was the sidewalk slam. Like, you don't see good variations of the sidewalk slam anymore for some of the big guys. Some of the big guys are starting to pull it out now. Like, we're starting to see it kind of make its way back on the mainstream. But Mr. Ruby posted in there, he's like, I did one this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's my boy.
If we're going to go old school, Dino Bravo side suplex.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome move.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Yeah. I make it look pretty good, too. And I got to finally execute my leg drop of doom this weekend, too. So, yeah. So
people even like when they do it nowadays on commentary, they call it side slam. Every time I think it's JR. Yeah, you got the sidewalk slam.
Yeah.
Sidewalk slam, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do like a reverse straw breaker, and it's like neck breaker.
Speaking of side slams, dang it. I
was like, is there a dirty joke coming here?
No. I forgot her name. Oh, my gosh. We'll be talking later maybe about her. Never mind.
Yeah, we might.
Piper Nibbins. There it is. Piper Nibbins this Friday night did an amazing Big Boss Man slam.
Oh, really?
Bro, she laid it out. I was like, yeah!
There you go. Well, that's cool, man. So I want to make sure. Yeah, I haven't really been doing too much of I got to make sure I got my right slides here before we go on any further.
Okay, well, since we got 5 seconds, I want to kind of point this out as the worst week in WWE history. Becky Lynch is the new champion. Nikki returns. Brie Bella might be returning, and Nia Jax and Mia Yim was both in the ring at the same time.
Dude,
it was not a good day for Austin Cage.
I almost texted you the other day and was like, bro, you got to admit, though, Mia Yim is a baddie. No,
Take
whatever.
That out of the equation. I still have to watch the wrestling, and it hurts my back.
Hey, I commend the commentary team this week too on SmackDown with that, like, because Mia Yim was in there with 3 fairly decent sized women and stuff, and they're like, she's the hardcore of the women division, blah blah blah. Like the way they tried to sell her, I was pretty hip on that, like. Because I try to look at the glass half full, not half empty, like Mr. Cage down here. But you're not realistic, though. You're just hating.
We both know she sucks.
I'm not a fan of her, but like, there's worse.
Yeah. There's worse.
There's worse, bro.
Get thrown in our face.
There's worse. It's called AEW, but
oh well, not all of them. You can't say that. Come on.
No, I know it's not fair. All right. So before we go into any further discussions here, we are 1 week away from a big ceremony that's going to be happening in St. Louis here. And let's go and get you up to speed on that. And then we'll be right back here after this short video. right, so that is the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. That is actually going to be this coming. How did that happen?
He wasn't there anymore.
Oh, he wasn't there. Oh,
That's
No,
sorry.
he got
I
kicked.
thought the soap
What the
comment
hell?
got me.
Okay, I'll
Hey,
let you
let's
take
see his
over.
nose.
I'll let you take over. I was trying to do it. Jesus, take the wheel. Where'd he go? You just
I
kicked.
could have swore that he was actually in the scene, but anyway, I'm going to go and
Austin
adjust
Cage
that.
has left the building.
And for yeah, we got to see just like his nose and stuff for like a short bit. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, so next Sunday, June 22nd, 1 to 5 is the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That will be at Andre's at 4254 Telegraph Road. It's a banquet center. They got excellent food. So it's from 1 p.m. to 5, scheduled to be 5 p.m. So hopefully they play within those times well, and we'll see about that. And let's see. Oh, there he is. Da, 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 da. And
The damn snitch.
if you do want to attend the event, this is your last week. I think the cutoff on this is Friday on the tickets. I did not confirm with Mr. Roberts, but I would imagine they want to get things wrapped up by Friday. So $30 in advance if you want to attend the ceremony, and $35 the day of the event. Of course, you can always call 314-215-1481 for any more ticket information in regards to that particular ceremony. So that's that. So I mean, I have been invited. I have actually not got my ticket yet, but there are a lot of faces that are going to be there that were around when I first started in the business. So yeah, man. So I mean, gosh, it's going to be pretty busy for me for the day for me as well, because we'll still have an episode for episode 199. So Trent, good to see you, bud. Of course, Wyatt's here. Dean chimed in. Of course, Mike chimed in here as well, and Justin Savage was in here too. So you guys are watching, yeah, definitely leave your comments, questions, and anything else here, and we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a short bit. I don't know. I mean, like
So, sorry, random moment, but Zmiz, so you know that Wyatt symbol, like is it a moth or whatever that always shows up? You know, I saw a girl earlier when me and her was out for dinner, had like a tattooed on her stomach. I was just like, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty big everywhere, actually.
Oh yeah.
It probably had nothing to do with that, but I was like, that's the first thing that popped into my mind because I saw Wyatt's name. I was just like, oh yeah, I saw this earlier.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to be recapping some things here this coming week that's happened this past week, and kind of get our thoughts on a few things, and then also we are going to be talking about the greatest generational patriarchs in wrestling history, and that's going to be us here with our topic of discussion for this week. So let's kind of get over here back to this. We're already done with this, so
away with you.
so let's kind of go back here.
Night.
Yeah, so this past Monday, let's just say that we've got a lot of remember, we're going to talk about the former Mr. R-Truth here in just a short bit, but you want to talk about feedback that were not good. It just hasn't been good, you know, as far as how this happened, you know. I kind of saw this coming. I don't know about you guys, but if you think back to the week that he had, Monday before this, he got tsunami by Bronson Reed. He got attacked by the Future. I guess they're calling that faction the Future. I guess. I don't know if they're
are you talking about Seth and them?
Yeah,
I've heard several things thrown around. But yeah, Future's one of them. So I don't know. I kind of hope that's not the case. By the way, Herb, way to go on that show the other day, yesterday, over there at the Raceway with those 3 amazing shows. A lot of good things out of there popping out. Congratulations on that one, guys.
Yeah. So, and then of course, Friday they got attacked by John Cena and Logan Paul. So he was down again. He got basically his butt handed to him. Saturday came Money in the Bank, right? He basically took the heat in that tag match, and it was Cody who got the win eventually. And then of course Jay eventually got to celebrate. So he's had a rough week, and this happens this last Monday, and he took it to Gunther as well as he could, but then he ended up losing. So, with that being said, did Jay lose the world title too quick? I mean, think about his merchandise is moving very well right now. He's really getting over with the fans. And if we think about this, let's look at his last 3 title runs, including this one. The one before that, remember, his Intercontinental Championship was only 4 weeks, right? Then the one before that, his tag title win with Cody Rhodes, that only lasted 2 weeks. So Mr. Rikishi is getting a little bit frustrated about seeing all of this, and he kind of took his off the top episodes that he usually that he's on. I think it's Off the Top podcast. Basically, kind of paraphrasing what he said here is that we're talking about a kid that's worked over 16 years, putting in the work. Combining them with, his brother, Jimmy, merchandise, his merchandise sales as the tag team went off, breaks into a singles competitor with the Yeet merchandise that's flying off the shelves, doing good for business. He puts his heart and soul in, just like everybody else out there. And to get to that main event spot, when he finally gets there, he's dropping the title in 51 days. He says if he's he's like, if others can't do their job, usually people are told, wish you well in your future endeavors. And he feels like there's something else getting in the way of Jay succeeding. So, but he just feels that he's just kind of being done injustice by the way that Jay's his title reigns. Like, his longest title reign in the last 3 titles he's had has been this world title 51 days. So, Z, me personally, I could have saw this coming though, but this is way too soon, I think. Especially if we're going to try to carry as a world champion. He carried heavy momentum going into WrestleMania, then all of a sudden, one Monday Night Raw, and he's dropping the strap. So, your thoughts on that?
So Jay's popularity has nothing to do with him holding the title. The guy wore himself too thin. That's what happened. Keith, your son put his toes in too many pools at one time and was getting into too many people's fights. I'm the biggest Jay fan. We all know that. I'm one of the biggest guys. I've been backing Jay way before the Yeet train started. I have been day one-ish. Like, I'm talking back when they came in all dancing and stuff and doing the tribal stuff. Like, I've been a fan of Jay's. I thought Jimmy was the better at the time. Then Jay took the center stage. Now Jimmy's doing better. I don't. They're amazing. They're amazing. I don't think it's that. I think Jay ran himself too thin. Plain and simple. He put too much on his plate, got caught up, and Gunther's a man that's going to take and make sure his strikes count. And once again, he made sure his strikes count, was able to get the choke in, lights out. That's what happened. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, he did run. Well, I guess it was just beyond this because he was just getting involved in so many altercations and different feuds. For real, though. I mean, the Future, John Cena, Logan Paul. There could have been one other. I could have swore.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Sammy and Sammy's drama and what's going on with Sammy. Like, he ran himself thin. That's what happened. That's what Jay does. He has so much emotion that we've seen him collect it, right? and he beat Gunther.
Right.
So he collected that emotion and used all that to beat Gunther. But he lets that emotion run kind of rampant, and he just helps all the buddies around him and left himself vulnerable, and Gunther took advantage of it.
Yeah. What did you think about this? How everything went down here, Austin? I mean, and as far as like, do you think this reign could have gone longer if he didn't get so involved?
I mean, I definitely could have seen it gone longer, and I wish it would have. And like Zmiz says, involved in too many things, and he just puckered out. Also, I'll look at it another way is they needed, how, as much as I don't want to say this on live, Goldberg's returning, and they wanted somebody huge to face Goldberg. Not saying Jay's not huge, but you know what I mean, like a bigger guy to face Goldberg. So that's why I think they had him drop the title, because they want the unstoppable Gunther facing the fossil Goldberg to come back.
Yeah.
I don't even see why the heck he gets a title shot. It's stupid. We all know this. Eric keeps on saying this is his last match. He's got one more match, so why would you give him a title shot? Because he's not going to stay longer after that anyways.
And I guess my only other thing here is, I guess, kind of given the hype, obviously we're not going to see anything in Saudi Arabia. So we eventually know it's coming. So, I guess the build now is going to be with Gunther, building to feud with Goldberg, and the payoff for that is going to be at SummerSlam. Obviously, so the first 2-night SummerSlam this year. Originally, it was supposed to be in Minneapolis, but they're like, nope, let's do it this year in New Jersey. So,
they have a tendency to do that now. Oh, we're just going to change this.
Yeah,
we said this, or we're going to do this. Okay.
Yeah, I know. And please, for God's sake, WWE, I know you probably want to put so much, at least they're not doing like AEW is on their big pay-per-views where they do 5 hours in one day, including 1 0 hour and then 4 pay-per-view hours, It's
I did that so much with WWE. Like, you'd watch WrestleMania on a Sunday. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, dude, I got to work tomorrow.
Right. Right, exactly.
Heck,
So
AEW runs their stuff on what, Sundays? Or do they run Saturdays?
Sundays.
Yeah, they run on Sundays. I mean, All in Texas is going to be in 4 weeks, and we're going to see the whole the crap show of our Mercedes Moné probably get the title. No, I'm not.
Man, Tony Storm better win that.
Yeah. Tony Storm better win. So.
But back to Gunther. Yeah, Gunther just picked his time, so it's going to be built around Gunther. Who's the next opponent? Who's next? We all think who we know, but we don't know anything. So let's see how it goes. Rikishi has his rights, man. We can talk more about his family here later on, because they're in that dynasty, They're they're those OGs. So,
yeah.
He has his rights to be furious, but like I said, I still think it's just Jay ran himself thin, bro. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Yeah.
I
guess he just kind of needs to be focused on a little bit more. But now here's the bigger question. We know that Goldberg eventually is going to be coming in. He's going to be having this one last match. Who does Jay target now? Does he target Seth Rollins from?
Well, they finally listed that last spot. The one that was a mystery spot. They put Jay in it.
All right. So yeah. So he's going to be competing for King of the Ring.
Yeah.
He's in that match with Sheamus. Who else is in that match?
Yeah. So like the King of the Ring layout, it has me floored on the men's side, because one way you go, you have mentor versus protege, and then the other way you go, you can do like best friends ish, with Sammy and him, the Usos,
Randy,
and then you can go Randy Jay and do literally the family dynasty thing, like which of these second generation, well, Jay's like 27th generation, but that's beside the point. Like the King of the Ring this year. I like it. I like the King of the Ring this year 100%. The layout, who we have so far, because Jay hasn't made it in, has he?
Who?
What?
He didn't make it in. We find out this Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday we'll find out. I mean, Cody qualified Friday on SmackDown. So I think there's just one more match, I believe.
You got, it's Sheamus, I want to say Rusev.
Sheamus, Rusev, Jay, and Finn, right?
I'm trying to find out who's upcoming on that.
I cannot remember, honestly.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I know on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss won that Fatal 4-Way, so she's advanced. Cody Rhodes advanced.
Oh, it's Reed. It's Bronson Reed.
There you go. Yep.
That's gonna be a banger match, dude. Sheamus versus Reed. Holy cow, that's a stacked match.
That's gonna hurt.
That's a stacked Fatal 4-Way. I like that.
What's the other women's? There's another
Asuka, Stephanie Valkyrie.
Oh yes, I am so excited.
Rodriguez and Niall. That's gonna be a good match too. Actually, all four of those women can.
Dude, I've been so hyped for her, waiting for her to come back.
I still think it's Bliss, Cargill at the finals. I could be Asuka. We could see Asuka there.
Yeah, I mean, why bring somebody back and not give them a shot at?
No.
On that, I think.
Hey, somebody's cracking bad.
It ain't me.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll have to check that out. So,
all right, now say something.
Hello. I don't hear no more.
I think my headset's going out.
Oh no, I'm hearing something. I don't know what it is, but we'll care.
I heard it for half a second, but then it went away.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do we have on Raw?
Could be, man.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about the week of this individual.
Yes.
So, how's the view from the driver's seat? That's what I call this one because now we're seeing now. I mean, to me, Monday when he showed up and did what he did, I'm calling right now that is the promo of the year. Bottom line. Cutting his threads on live TV and announcing to the whole world the truth has set me free. And Rod Killings put some respect on my name. Man, I'm telling you right now, this had better be a revamped version of Ron the Truth Killings, 3 Live Crew, NWA TNA individual that we're getting here. I sure hope to God, man. And if we're getting him, buckle up because it's going to be a good ride. Because if you've not seen his stuff as Ron the Truth Killings in NWA TNA, bro, you're missing out. You're missing out on some good stuff.
So I enjoyed him as K-Quick in WWE when he came in with Road Dogg because I was a huge Road Dogg Billy Gunn fan. So like it kind of was an easy transition for me with those two as a team and stuff. And then he gets released, and then I find TNA. I remember finding TNA at my uncle's house, staying the night, dude, just flipping through channels, and we ordered a movie that night. And the channel that we ordered the movie on, TNA was the channel that TNA aired on, and it aired at like a weird time. It was like 2 a.m. or something. It was like weird. And I remember watching it for the first time, and I was just hooked. I was hooked because I'm like, this is Ron. What? Wait a minute, time out. This ain't the same guy I watched in WWE. I cannot wait to see this run. I'm sorely, in some sense, disappointed that we didn't get to see it on the indies, kind of like the open gate kind of process. But if they're going to fully let him just go with what he wants to do in WWE, and we're going to see this whole new version of him on the main stage, I'm here for it because Ron is one of the best. Ron Killings is easily hands down one of the best characters to ever lace up wrestling boots.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
it was funny because like Bree was sitting here with me for a minute because I sit in here and I watch Raw or whatever, and she's just like, "Why is he cutting his hair?" I was just like, "I have no clue," and she never watches wrestling. I was like, I'm sitting there like stuck, like looking at the TV. I didn't look away. I was like, "Holy crap! I never thought I'd see that."
Oh, and there's some viral videos of people who are reacting to him getting his locks, him cutting off his locks. Like I said, this is a symbolism of the funny business is gone. So
Yeah.
if you've so the comedic the comedic classics that he put on, the whole 24/7 run, anything else he's done, Little Jimmy, all that other stuff, you ain't gonna get that anymore.
Well,
this is it.
The promo that he did, or the video that he did with Dave LaGreca and them, where he's like, "Don't tell me who the F I am," all that kind of stuff, and he's going off. He's doing this weird because everybody else is calling him R-Truth still, right? So everybody in WWE is still calling him R-Truth, but he's calling himself Ron, and this is Ron Killings, blah, 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 and going through that. So I kind of hope it's going to be like this turmoil battle. Like, this guy could pull off something we haven't seen in forever with a character. That's how good he is. And where do we go from here? Dude, I can't wait because he has Cena heated.
Because they listed that match for next week as hell. Even Cena did his whole turn his hat around. When was the last time you seen Cena do that?
Him yelling at by the way, Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is nodding slowly. He is quickly becoming my favorite commentator when it comes to wrestler turned commentator, that is. Because that man and his like quick wit, and then the what did he do? His what was the trouser joke that he said? And he's like, is that some British humor, toilet humor? Everybody knows it is. Dude, those guys, him making fun of Nick is the best. Can I get Nick back in the wrestling ring? Like, I want to see a match with him, Wade, him, Sheamus. Like, dude, so many matches. Sorry, off the topic.
Yeah.
Even like when they listed the match with him and Cena next week, they still put R-Truth. They didn't put.
Yeah, I know. I noticed it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That better main event too. I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean,
I'd open the show with it. Swear to God, I would open the show with it.
One of the two. No in between.
I would literally come in, R-Truth telling Cena to get to the ring now. Or vice versa, Cena down there. Get to the ring now. Like, legitimately come on air with that happening. That's how that match should start. Cena shouldn't get an entrance.
For Cena to do it because he was so pissed, like, going on.
Yeah.
And then his music hits, he stumps down there, Killings, get your ass out here, and then go.
Yeah, like, light it off right there. I would open the card with that.
I like to see the entrance too, because we're not going to get an R-Truth entrance.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
would open the show with it. I would open it with Cena in the ring already, calling him out, and then Ron Killings makes his entrance. You're not going outside, hero. Go.
Cat's bombing the show. we got Pitts bombing the show.
It'd be nice since TNA and WWE is on good terms. They let him use his music from back then.
Oh, bro, there's so many things that I want to see about this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now here's some news, interesting to you guys, and I'm going to throw this slide up here. This might shock you guys. Might. There you go. This is Athena. So a new women's weekly show to debut. So let me kind of give you guys the rundown on this. So Part Fightful. Athena here owns the Metroplex Wrestling Company, and they're going to host the show on. Their debut show is going to be August 9th. It's going to be a new regular women's wrestling show. So it's a project that's called Women's Wrestling in Texas. Basically giving an opportunity for other women from around the world to be seen, to come down to Texas and showcase their talents like never before on a regular women's wrestling show. So the event's going to be taking place in Bedford, Texas, at the MPX Event Center. And the names that have been confirmed so far is their champion, Riza Clark, Vert Vixen, Hyen, Abaddon, and the current TNA World Champion, Masha Slamovich. So,
Okay.
I'm just putting this out there because the reason I wanted to put this out here is because we heard Natty make some noise going to the powers to be at WWE, like, hey, we need a weekly women's wrestling show.
Yep.
But see, this is different though, because I don't know what Metroplex, as far as like their TV is concerned, if they got like a TV deal and if they're going to be doing this on TV on a weekly basis. So it's something that might be different. But this is. But the interesting thing about this is that these are women competitors that have that basically can be open to do other shows, other companies, that are not too constrictedly obligated via contract, like most of WWE women. So,
I mean, you say that, but how constricted are they? We don't know at this point. Like, all bets are off.
Well, we know pretty much about just about all of TNA's.
They're free.
They're free to go, and they can even do independent wrestling shows on the weekend if they want to get them to make that money. And we know about with TNA and how their schedule is when they get ready to do like a big show, and then they like tape Impact for like 4 weeks on
Right.
one night, and then they'll like reconvene like sometime next month. So that leaves all that gap for them to work. And those boys are going to be pulling in somewhere, to work and make.
But now the ladies have a new place with Miss Athena. By the way, I have to say this because this is one of the wrestlers that I used to dog so much when she was in WWE as Ember Moon. Because I'm sorry, that whole thing was garbage. I will stand by that 100%. Because Athena, she does it with her underlings and all that stuff. The stuff that she was doing with ROH was amazing. She was one of the standouts in AEW for their women's division. So she needs to keep doing what she's doing. I think it's great that she has this power to have a place for women to continue growing, to come and show their craft and hone their craft more. I agree. I'm with Natalia and these ladies. I think there should be more weekly shows for just the women too. And I'm okay if the guys got something too. I'm not worried about that. Like, it doesn't matter to me, but they're starting to really prove and pave the way in opening new doors that never were seen by the women's in professional wrestling. And I'm all I watch WoW occasionally. Crap, that stuff's fun too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not the first ever, but it's like she's stepping out to do other women's competitive weekly shows. Like WoW's a good place to be.
Shimmer.
In fact,
she's
there's
freelancing right now, or she.
She's with AEW. Yeah, she's contracted either with ROH or AEW. I think she has
ROH.
An AEW. Does she have an ROH contract I thought she had an AEW contract.
She's probably like the longest reigning ROH.
She is. She's held that women's title for a long time, but the title reign's been fun. It really has. So rock out.
Yeah. So I mean,
she's the forever champion.
Yeah. I just like seeing Abaddon used to be in AEW, right? And so
she just got released, or not released, but her contract ended.
Yeah, her contract ended, right?
Yeah, it didn't get picked back up.
Yeah. So, you know we're going to see something here too. So, yeah. I, I just think it's just kind of ironic how that Natty's trying to get the ball rolling, and then all of a sudden we get like a major star that's announcing, "Well, I'm going to start my own weekly show." So,
Well, we
Hey,
get
yeah.
to see the Iconics then.
we get to see the
Oh,
Iconics
the
now back.
inspiration. Let's see the
Yeah,
inspiration there too.
we get to
Yeah.
see the inspiration now on TNA again.
Dude, they're my favorite women's tag team ever.
This could on how they want to book this and how they want this to go. This could be something that people talk about, because if you're going to be pulling women from other companies that made their mark, and this is like a whole open door policy type of deal to go and work a show like this, it's going to put some eyes for those who
Yeah.
are big fans of women's wrestling. For
I mean,
sure.
Natty just recently did part of the Crockett Cup. too.
Yeah.
So like she's already did GCW and the Crockett Cup.
Yeah, like so she was a badass in Bloodsport too. And I like how I think she's trying to get away from the pink in her gear for most of her gear, if you
I'm
know
down with it.
this.
I'm down
Yeah.
with
And then when in the shows that she does for WWE, she's been kind of I forgot which big match she had, but there's not one bit of big pink on her gear. I'm like,
Really?
she's trying to break out, you know. Yeah, this is kind of like, you know,
changed as a whole. Like, I mean, I know she's probably got like, I don't want to say how many years left, but maybe she needs to change some stuff up in the last couple of years, like music and all that crap.
it. Well, see,
yeah,
that was one of the things that like I was really when her contract was coming up, I really wanted her to leave WWE, and not because I didn't want her to have a job, because Natty, we already see that she has a job, right? Natty's the bomb. She's amazing. She's arguably one of the goats in female wrestling for me. But I wanted to see her do other things. I wanted her to go outside of what we've been seeing of her. We've seen her. She's been in WWE how long? Like 18 plus years or something like that. She's there for a minute.
At least since 2009 when I met her.
Uncle Brett
Really?
got something to say about this. So
Nice.
Because my friend, I mean, at the time, I don't know if she just started on the regular roster or she was still with FCW, but she was at FCW when I met her.
Who, Nat?
Natty, yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites, dude. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, she's doing other stuff. I mean, she's having Mariah May was flying into her training center, if not mistaken, her dojo.
Yeah.
And stuff and doing and things, and other women around the wrestling industry have been flying into her. She's a good standpoint for the women's industry, in my opinion. It's almost, and this is going to sound weird, it's for me, I think she would be what Fit Finley was for the women of like the 90s. In today's world.
Right. Yeah.
Like I think that's who Natty is going to be, and for her to be able to now be able to leave WWE and go do GCW, do NWA, and do the Crockett Cup, like that's going to be a beneficial. And if she goes and shows up here, I mean that's awesome. Like I'm for it. Let's keep pushing for stuff like this. I'm excited for the evolution too. So I'm ready to see. I don't give a crap what this guy says. I don't want to see the Bellatins. But if I got to, I got to. It's not. Put them with people that can work, and let's see some magic get made.
They've been with people that can work too, and they still messed up.
Yeah, but have you seen the women that work today? My guy, come on. The women of today's wrestling world is on a different level.
If I had to take a huge sacrifice, I'll take Nikki over Brie. Brie is a dumpster fire on top of another dumpster fire.
I agree with that. 100%. Nikki is Nikki's the actual talent of that duo. 100%. They were pretty fun as a tag team, though. I don't give a shit what you said.
Like the time they pulled a Matt Hardy and they tried to do that backflip and Brie fell on her head. I laughed.
Oh,
You're such a dirtbag.
I don't know. It's like one of the best segments on Nikki's return is when Liv planted her face with the Oblivion. So that was probably the
Yeah,
that was the best.
I figured you'd be happy about that stuff, but
Oh, yeah,
still
she
like,
looked
I
great.
still had to look at her. Oh my god.
You know,
Oh,
she
y'all know
looked
why
great.
she's back. She's got to pay child support.
Hear her talk.
She did her best move of the night, flat on her back. So.
Oh wow. Oh.
I know it rub off on you, Ruby.
Thank you for everything you do, Thena. Don't listen to these two jabronis. And I know we're not talking about.
Oh
you,
no, Athena, no.
I know, but I'm trying to get back to more positive things. You two.
Oh yeah, I know.
The treacherous wrong direction.
Hey, Bree, if you're thinking about making a return, that's the wrong one.
Solid no.
Don't do it, all right? It would be a bad move.
I'm cool with her coming back for the evolution if that's what it is. If it's just gonna be a one-off thing, like, don't get so mad about that kind of stuff.
Shoot. Well, I know. I know. I'm kind of harping a little bit tough on her, but you know, to me is when they were gone from the company, they're like, well, we're no longer Bellas anymore. We're gonna go back to Garcia or whatever, and that's how they booked them. And then they get renewed again, and they're like, oh, what? We're a Bella once again. I'm like, it's like, shut up, man. I mean, and no one cares. Okay, it's like you're a Bella because you got your money back, so no one cares. Okay, so
It's like I said, Bree or Nikki's only back to pay child support.
Stop it. Dang.
Stop it now.
I don't care how true something might be. Some things just shouldn't be said. That's all I'm saying. Like,
right. I get it. So guys, with the Father's Day being here, tonight we're going to be kind of reflecting back, and I've got a list of 10. I mean, I would try to see about maybe ranking these, but I think I'll do as best as I can with this. And I got my reasons for them. We could probably discuss whatever else. So top 10 patriarchs to start generations of wrestling. And I'm rating this on the person itself who started it and the person who started it, and of course the generations to follow on that. So that's what I'm rating that as right now. So let's go. And here's, maybe some of you won't like it, but I got my reasons for it. But here's number 10 for me. Number 10 is Ric Flair. So Rick, of course, one of the greatest of all time, had a great career, but didn't have one successful generation after him. You know, Charlotte has done quite well for herself, and but probably could have done without David Flair. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then of course we know about the tragedies of Reed, but at least Charlotte was in there to kind of redeem and become one of the greatest women wrestlers of her time. So yeah, one of the greatest of all time, along with one of the best women wrestlers of all time. So I don't know. Should we make a comparison after I make all of these?
yeah. I would say go down our list, and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
So 10 is that, right?
Yeah, 10 is Ric
Flair's. Ric Flair.
All right. So now let's go down. Number 9 for me is Dory Funk Sr. Of course, Dory Funk. Maybe I could have put it a little bit too low because then following him, of course, is Dory Funk Jr. and then Terry Funk. And of course, Dory Funk Jr. and Terry were both NWA World Heavyweight champions. Of course, on separate occasions, obviously. But growing up in the 70s, and of course, Terry having a great, stellar career. Dory as well. Dory, of course, was here at the SICW FanFest 3, making their last, making his last appearance here in the St. Louis area. But maybe I could have put him a little bit too low, but that's pretty much where I've got him at right now.
Okay, so 9 is the Funks.
Yeah, so 9 is the Funks. Give me 1 second. I'm making one more adjustment here because I just forgot about something. Okay, yeah. And if you guys are watching this right now, if you got any feedback on this, let me know because I sure like to know about it. All right, so number 8 is Stu Hart. So we were just talking about the whole dungeon. We've got Brett, of course, one of the best to come out of the Hart family. Stu, growing up in the whole up in Canada, in the Calgary area, with Stampede Wrestling. And then, of course, right after Brett was Owen, who unfortunately his life was taken way too short. And I think Owen could have had such a fantastic career if he were to still be around today and still live to tell about it. Of course, she had Ross and Keith and Bruce, but they were still up and doing their own thing up in Calgary, and maybe WWF put them in for like a Survivor Series or two, but that was about it. But Stu Hart, though, started with the Hart family, and we got Brett, we got Owen, and Brett and Owen were, in my opinion, the best two out of that, out of Stu's children on that, and yeah, so Stu Hart is my number 8.
Okay.
Number 7, I'm going to say Bob Orton Sr. is my number 7 because, of course, right after that, Bob Orton Jr.
And Barry,
Cowboy Bob Orton, and of course, we got Randy as a third generation superstar with that. So,
but you can't even forget, God dang it, the other Orton, Barry.
Oh, Barry Orton, yes,
yeah,
Barry O,
Orton.
yeah.
You can't forget his uncle, like just as good, if not.
Yeah, Barry O. He did some work with the WWF back in the 80s. His career wasn't that long, but still, it was still notable on that.
Hey, I'm just saying he doesn't get appreciation he deserves.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right, man. Absolutely. I mean, because honestly, I totally forgot about Barry, and unfortunately, Barry had passed as well, and like I said, I totally forgot about him. So no, but number 7 for me is Bob Orton Sr. Let's go with number 6. Number 6 right here is Dusty Rhodes, the Great American Dream. And of course,
that one's.
Think that one's a little too low?
See, that one. Yeah, let's keep going. We like I said, we still kind of have our reasons for it. I mean, obviously we see, Cody having a run of his lifetime. I mean, it's just think about how Cody persevered to break out and leave the company when he was doing the Stardust gimmick. He wasn't really happy with it, and it just tore up the indies, and then helped start AEW. So are we just basing this on like how long they were in the business, how many titles they like what?
No, not really.
Because I think this one goes higher not because of Dusty, but Dustin carried that family a lot more than he gets credit. Like the stuff that he did back when he was doing kind of the good old boy in WCW, when he was Dustin Rhodes, or when he was the son of Dusty Rhodes and all that kind of stuff. That stuff was great. And then the stuff that he did as Goldust, man, that when you think of a guy that spanned generations and like kept people captivated for so many wrestling matches, Dustin is the one you go to, in my opinion. Like, so I think that I believe the road should go up higher. I really do. This one's kind of.
This one's tugging at
yeah, this one, all of them for me so far has been, I think, maybe we can Dory and them should go just a little bit higher too, but that's arguable in my opinion. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because like Stu, him, all those, that's arguable because those guys are like foundational families in my opinion. So like they automatically get the bracket up kind of thing. But yours is not wrong. Like I like where you have yours set too. This one though, this one's pulling me in a different direction. But let's see what your fifth is then. I like
Okay.
this.
Yeah. Get ready for number 5. Number 5 for me, and I probably put him too low. Honestly, is kind of a toss up of Blackjack Mulligan. Think of who came out from Blackjack though. You got Barry Windham.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget about Kendall Windham. I mean, he did have somewhat of a good start of a career before things started messing up for him. But Barry Windham, of course, all throughout Florida, and of course within the NWA, and then of course he did have his time in WWF with Mike Rotunda as a tag champ, you know. And then we can't forget about, you know, like you said, a third generation star.
IRS and does great stuff with Ted DiBiase. By the way, when they called him Ted DiBiase back in the day,
yeah,
I'm so glad they changed that.
Yeah. So I mean,
sounds like some kind of Frenchman trying to say "os."
Yeah,
os, DiBiase. I don't know. So I guess the E really is silent. I don't know. I think Black. Now that I'm thinking about it, but think of everything that came from them because of Mike Rotundo, and then I mean, we can't really tie, you know, the Wyndham Rotunda situation with this family. I guess he might have been an in-law or an uncle.
They were family members. Yeah, they were family.
Yeah. So, you know, with Mike Rotunda, you know, I guess on the in-law basis, and then of course, you know,
his wife was Barry's sister, correct?
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. That connects. That's a connecting of lineage.
Yeah. So
you can't say that because
So I'm kind of looking at that line too. So what I'm looking at is guys that were actually were pretty good standards when they first came in to start the lineage of the family, you know.
Well, and
then the generations that succeeded them.
Well, yeah, because we're still in a Rotunda era. We're still in a Blackjack Mulligan era. There's his DNA is still flowing in that wrestling ring right now. In Bo Dallas. Oh, Mr. Uncle Howdy. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bo Lee.
Oh
yeah, Bo Lee.
That, Zach. I'll slap you next time I see you.
My bad. I got it. Don't even.
Let's see. Who should go with here first?
See, now that changes the play because you bring up some good arguments.
Here's going to be my number 4, and I thought about where to place them, but I think they do need to be mentioned. And let me get this up here. There we go. So my number 4 is Fritz von Erich. So there's a lot of tragedy, but think of how a lot of the guys, I mean, the Von Erichs have made their names out of Texas, and they have made their names across the globe one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Can't deny that.
You know, some of the careers didn't get taken off out of Texas that well. Of course, a lot of personal tragedies came from it, but Fritz pretty much made his living and staple in Texas, and then getting it broadcast around. And of course, if it wasn't for this, there would be no world-class championship wrestling in the 80s. And then getting the syndication of all these other great stars that branched out, all these other legends as well. And like I said, Kerry, probably one of the more notable ones. And let's not forget about David Von Erich. his life taken way too early at the age of 25. So, like I said, Kerry's the noble one, and of course, Kevin's still around, and so some argue that, Kevin probably was kind of the ones that were lucky out of this, because sometimes he was kind of even meaner than some of the other guys. At least that's a rumor has it. But unconfirmed legend has it. So, but no, I mean that's basically here for me for my number 4 on that. Let me see. Like I said, we're talking about wrestling. I'm talking about action wrestling. Uh, um, you know, families. You know what I mean? Action families. So let me take a look. I think I've narrowed down my last 3. This is probably gonna shock a lot of you, but I'm here for the conversation. You know what I mean? I'm here for the conversation. I'm here for the
time
conversation.
back in the 60s, Fitz was one of the biggest heels. Yeah, see, I mean, you're throwing good arguments to me that I can't debate it really.
Yeah. So we're going to be going back around that era, and here's my number 3, Carlos Colon.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised that you put the Colognes up there in number 3.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, you've got Primo, you got Epico, and of course you got Carlito. All of those, all 3 of those guys, just fantastic stars. I mean, and unfortunately, WWE didn't know how to book to save their life when it came to Carlito. When he returned, what was it? Was it that Backlash in Puerto Rico? He returned.
I think so. Yeah.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They could have done a whole lot more with him, man.
Oh, dude, Carlito's one of my favorite. Like, he should have been, and I will still argue this to this day. Okay. He should have been the first one to win the New Year's Revolution Elimination Chamber match. It should have been Carlito. Carlito was so hot at that time. I know Edge was hot too, and you're gonna have that catch-22 kind of thing because Edge won very, very well with the cash-in actually, because Cena won the first one and then the cash-in happens. So that kind of rewrites history if you do it. But Carlito should have been one of those like first Elimination Chamber matches to win. And get his like push to fame because he was so good. But unfortunately, and he even says it in podcasts and stuff, he just had a bad attitude. Like he legitimately had a bad. He was a dirtbag kind of and whatnot. So he puts the blame on him on it somewhat now, which is cool. It's cool to see people like him understand where they went wrong in the business and be willing to be like, yeah, I just wasn't. I wasn't listening. I wasn't doing right.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, Carlito's one of my favorites. The Colognes.
Something about that Dominican attitude that just
the matches that his dad would have with freaking like Abdullah in them.
Oh,
holy cow!
Carlos. He was. He was the core bad. I mean,
yeah,
absolutely.
Those matches down there in Puerto Rico, those guys were having were just, and it's thanks to you and Herb for opening that door to me. Like I knew about that world, but like, but then opening the door and getting this hatch of just like, holy shit. It's been amazing.
Man, no. But we're down to my last 2 here, so. Let's go with number 2, and hopefully I get a little agreement on this one. But my number 2, Gory Guerrero. So many have come out of that family after Gory. I mean, we're talking about Chavo Classic. I'm sorry, that known as Chavo Classic. That to me. That whole little run with Chavo Senior is Chavo Classic, bro. That That's like the cake for me with the cruiserweight back in during the
I
ruthless
really,
aggression.
I really hope
we got,
that. Hold on, I know I'm cutting you off, but with
That's okay.
the adaptation, like the addition of AAA coming into the WWE world, kind of like Kurt Angle's just biting at the bit for WWE to buy the archive of TNA so that people get other people get to see that wrestling, right? I'm kind of the same way on the AAA stuff. I'm really hoping that like we get a flex so that we get to see all the old school Guerrero matches. When Chavo Classic was down there and doing the stuff, because I'm hankering for that stuff. Like I was a big fan of Lucha Libre, so you had Colognes on there. I was hoping, because right now I'm right there with you on your top 3 so far. Like solid in it. But yeah, continue your thought now. Sorry.
No. Like I said, we've got, gosh, and there's a good number of them that were featured in
Hector. Don't forget Hector.
Of course, was one. And because I'm trying to think who was all on Super Clash in the AWA, because they had like a 6-man tag. It was Hector. It was I think Hector, Chavo Senior. Did Gory have was there like a Gory Junior? I'm trying to remember or not.
I want to say yes, but I can't remember because at that time Eddie wasn't even there yet.
No, Eddie wasn't even there yet. No.
Yeah.
No.
But then you got Eddie, and then you got Chavo Junior.
Yep.
And all the stuff Eddie did as Black Tiger mask. What? And then Eddie got Dominic. Not to mention the talent that Vicky Guerrero ended up bringing to the WWE. As continuing that Guerrero name. And then Dominic. Dominic's been a great addition to the Guerrero family lineage when it comes to his Dirty Dom ways. That was good. Dude, that was good, Ruby.
You can't forget about Dominic.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, because he, paper says one thing, but we all see it.
We all see it. It's true. It's true.
No, but the Guerreros, like in Lucha Libre, man, they've made an awesome impact on Lucha Libre itself, and then growing up in Texas. I mean, one of the probably the staple family in Texas with the Guerreros. And so if it come to my number one,
there's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one.
You guessed it. It's Peter. It's the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
I'm sorry. There's only one.
Yeah. Was somebody hit? I forgot who put this out as when they put their list up there. They put and it's debatable, but see, I'm going by wrestling families though. Mm-hmm. Somebody had listed the McMahons as number one. I'm like, not wrestling families. I'm talking about getting in the ring, paying your dues, knocking heads, putting your bodies through a lot. Kind of like how I'm feeling after the day after the show now.
Okay, back up. So maybe Vince Sr. didn't do that, but McMahon and Shane, Steph, Linda, they all kind of
my family because that's good shit.
But it was good shit. I'm the head booker, so I'm going to book my own stuff.
Give me that pencil, Vince. Get out of here.
Damn it, we see you, Vince McMahon, now. We see you. No, there's only one family. I'm sorry, when you talk professional wrestling, and if you don't automatically think of anyone in the Samoan dynasty as, are you a wrestling fan? Are you a real wrestling fan, that is? Because that's the family, bro. That's the family.
Yeah. There's, I mean, because it'd be kind of interesting to see what the Isle of Samoa is like. Like probably about like 80% of the community wrestles. You know,
Hey,
and they have like low
are you going to tell
crowds.
him? Are you going to tell him, or do you want me to? Because you had like 7, right?
That was correct. Yeah, I had Orton
Number
at
7.
I had Orton
Number
at
7.
7. So,
and
yeah.
see, like then you said the Rhodes right after that, and like
Yeah.
even that one, you had Rhodes, and then what was it? Stu Hart and them. Can you put them all up on
so
the?
let me go back. So
Can
let
you
me
put
go
them all
back.
up on the thing?
Yeah. So and we'll go back to this. So just to recap here. So number 10, I had Ric Flair. That was my number
Agreed.
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
Number 9 was Dory Funk Sr. because with the staple in the NWA, and then of course Dory Jr. and Terry on that.
Yep.
Number 8, I had Stu Hart for that. Then number 7 was Bob Orton Sr. for that.
Okay.
Number 6 was Dusty Rhodes for that. Number 5, I had Blackjack Mulligan on that one.
I still agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. Number 4, like I said, this is controversial, but Fritz Von Erich at number 4. Maybe they were ranked higher than they should have been. I don't know. I mean, because of
Yeah. For me, I would
No.
almost take Fritz and put him where Bob is, and then move them all up one. Everyone should go up one. That's for
Possibly.
me. That's for me. That's for me.
right. Yeah, I get you. And then number 3, I had Carlos Colon for that. Number 2, of course, we just mentioned not that long ago with Gory Guerrero. And then, of course, number 1, the High Chief Peter Maivia. And like I said, that tree, like roots,
Yeah, it's deep.
it's like the roots of like a 150-year-old oak
Yeah,
underneath
it's
the
deep.
ground. You know,
No,
it's
that's
just
the roots from that one of them trees off Avatar.
Avatar.
But yeah, for me, I'm going to move the Von Erichsons down to 8th, moving everybody up 1.
Okay.
Right? Is it 8th? Is Bob and them? No, Bob and them were 7th.
Yeah, Bob and them were 7th.
So yeah,
I mean,
so 7th place the Von Erichsons go for me, and then everybody goes up 1, and then that's the proper list for me, and obviously, Dirty Austin Cage agrees with myself. Otherwise, I think you're spot on. It's a beautiful, but you had good reasoning for the Von Erichs being in their position too. They rightfully so deserve it, because the things they were doing in the Sportatorium, not a lot of other companies were doing at that time. They were really pushing the envelope when it came to producing a wrestling show.
right. Like I said, and I guess I put like the value. I think I kind of put the value of wrestling out of Dallas and what Fritz built as a world class as a banner, as a promotion, and also to syndicate back in those days. I mean, at the NWA, you know, they were doing. They had the different territories, but when Fritz came in, right, he had this goal to market as many markets as he possibly could, because he had no affiliation with the NWA. And then eventually, when he got his markets in the different areas across the country, then at that point, he was talking with Georgia and doing this whole program, because like so a lot of strong rumors were having it that if he didn't pass, there's a lot of rumor and speculation that David Von Erich was going to be NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But then, of course, tragedy struck when he passed in Japan with that heart attack. And that's why Kerry won the belt down at the Cotton Bowl at that whole that David Von Erich Memorial. And then, of course, he lost it like 18 days later back to Ric Flair.
Right.
I mean, you thought Jey Uso was pissed. I mean, hell. I mean, Come on.
I don't know if Jay's the one that's pissed. I think it's Dad. I think Dad needs to stop going to soccer games. You know, his youth doesn't need him anymore. Dude, Solo's doing really good. Like,
Dad, I'm doing just fine. Shut up.
And when Amy and I met Mr. Quiche over there at the SICW Fan Fest, I specifically got the picture that shows it's him at the bottom, and then both the boys, all three of the boys that are currently wrestling at the top, and they're like doing like some Iron Man Avenger type thing. And I'm like, dude, I want to get this signed by everybody. This would be sick because it's a pretty cool. But I'm a huge fan of Quiche's group. So like Rikishi to me is like the OG. I know there's other great within this. The Wild Samoans were amazing back in the day. So like you can't count those out. That one of the greatest tag teams of all time. But Quiche, specifically when he was part of when he was Sultan. Okay, so when he came in as the Sultan, I kind of was like, okay, this guy's cool. And then he ended up turning into what we know with him hanging out with Too Cool. And then if you weren't a fan of Rikishi at that time, I don't know what you were on, because the quiche was where the party was at. So. And then Jay and Jimmy, I just absolutely love, and I don't give a crap. So Solo's doing a great job, and I'm going to enjoy watching his progression continue to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't somebody from their family debut this week on SmackDown?
Hikuleo did.
There you go.
So Haku's other son finally made his felt present in, which is kind of weird why he just debuted by himself on the main event. But like, we'll see what happens. Let's see how it plays into the card. I think there's a way bigger story than we're not seeing yet for that group of family members.
Yeah. So the Maivia dynasty, the only one that's got more members than the NWO. So
they take up a whole damn roster spot almost in WWE, bro.
Dude, they could be a roster.
Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Jacob, the Tongan brothers, and then now Hikuleo. Tamina's still under contract with them. Naomi, and then Nia Jax. There's a whole like 12 members of the Samoan dynasty on active WWE roster. Not active, because Tamina's not active, but I'm pretty sure she's still working with the organization. That's crazy. And not to mention The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is...
That's wild. Oh, Roman Reigns is there still, too. I forgot about him.
You know, yeah. I mean,
it's time to bring in Zilla. It's time to bring in Zilla.
Yeah. Like you said, I mean, as many people as they have out there, I mean, they could probably have their own healthy, like, softball team that with, like, 2 squads, playing.
Dude.
I mean, there's just a lot right now.
So if you don't say Peter Maivia is the number one family dynasty, what are you calling this angle again?
Yeah, so like the greatest wrestling patriarch.
Yeah, it's
in wrestling history.
Yeah, if you don't put them number one, I'm sorry, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
we are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Usos. Yeah, Solo. I mean, just everybody from the dynasty. I mean, think. Yeah, the Wild Samoans. I mean, gosh, come on, guys.
Shrinkers.
Yeah,
start cooking that barbecue at 6 a.m.
Haku and Barbarian as a tag team when they're face. God dang it, Faces of Fear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having brain farts over here.
No, I don't know about you, but I like the late '80s of the Samoan SWAT team. That was one.
Yes, the Samoan SWAT team.
Those guys freaking moved.
3-minute warning, baby. 3.
3-minute warning. Yeah, we can't forget about Rosie and Jamal. Yeah, Umaga.
Umaga's my favorite. That. So Keisha's always been one of my top tiers, but then getting to watch Umaga wrestle, I just fell in love with his barbaric, just beat down. And I guess it doesn't help that the whole time like he was there, he feuded with one of the people that I just despise royally. So watching him just beat the crap out of Jeff Hardy all the time and throw him off stuff. Umaga's the GOAT.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Watching him beat up Jeff Hardy was like getting a free pay-per-view.
Dude, it was awesome, yeah. Every one of their matches, and that one where they're on top of the semi-truck and he throws him off the semi-truck, I was like, yeah! All of my friends, all my group of friends that we used to watch wrestling together, Lee Johnson and all of us, were like, no, and I'm like, destroy Jeff Hardy! So yeah, Umaga just became one of my like, and then you put Rosie with Hurricane to become the shit. Like, I don't care. That stuff was gold. That stuff was great. Hearing William Regal continuously pronounce Umaga's name wrong or whatever was
Omanga.
Omanga.
I think that's why I like Wade Barrett too so much. I'm just saying that because I think he reminds me of William Regal on commentary back on those old Raw days, and I miss that.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, like you said, I mean, I don't know.
Random question, but have you guys done, or I don't know if I've been on there, have you guys done a show with the top 10 tag teams or something like that?
We've done one in a while. I think we did. Actually, I don't know if we had done one, actually.
You can always look back at our library and find out if we did one or not, Austin. Yeah. Do your homework, damn it. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We might have.
We should do it. Well, we should do it actually with the addition of him now. So one of our other shows that we have like this. Yeah. That's going to get down the line. We'll do our own top 10s. Because all of ours are going to be pretty different.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be way different, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have to go through. I mean, if we're going to do a top 10 list, we have to go through it pretty quick. If not, if we have to explain, we may have to go to the top 5. Oh,
well, with us, that should just be one whole show. Like, we're just doing it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
And we can't invite GQ. No, I'm just kidding. Let's invite GQ.
I will invite him, Yeah.
That'd be a fun one.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll probably bring up like some local names and be like, what?
That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that.
Tag teams of Chaos and Riot.
World's Best Friends, right?
Oh, Best Friends?
No. World's Best Friends. They were in Glory Pro.
Yeah.
And they would do Savage Garden was their entrance music.
Truly Madly Deeply?
Truly Madly Deeply, yeah. Dude, I love that tag team. That was a great tag team. So, no, there's so many that deserve to be spoken about in even the local area. And luckily, we at IEW have one of them in the O'Neill brothers with a new one. They're a fresh-faced one that you can like. There's other great tag teams. There's great tag teams in SICW with, God dang it, why am I drawing a blank now?
Curtis Wilde and Billy McNeil.
Well, that one, but no, I'm talking about Hustle.
You're talking about the LA Hustlers.
LA Hustlers, yes, like those. I mean, I would say Top Gun, but we already know how that went down. So, yeah, because they were doing good, but Brandon had to go strictly business. So,
hey, but it's paid them off. It's paid
he's tag team champions again too, so it worked.
Yeah, it's all right. He's
the man.
doing his own thing.
It's the man. Yeah,
doing his own thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. So, I'll tell you. I don't know. I kind of going back to this weekend. This is one of my new shirts I got for the. I think the color looks good on me.
It looks good. You want to see my look? Look at this. This is the greatest dad gift shirt of all time. Oh, you should just enlarge me. It's a Dadalorian. Yeah.
This is
Best dad shirt ever. By the way, Mr. Herb Simmons, happy Father's Day if you're still with us, and our 10 lovely guests, if any of you guys are a father, happy Father's Day out there. Anyone that's listening or viewing this afterwards, happy late Father's Day.
yeah. Man, yeah, so I mean, I kind of wanted to find. I know we didn't talk not much about Night of Champions, but did we really see? I mean, do we kind of? We all know that Cena's probably going to be keeping the title after Night of Champions. CM Punk is still, he'll give a good run for it, but I'm looking to see how that's going to turn out.
Does Punk actually show up? Because he's got to say he's a hypocrite now. Because that was one of the sayings once. The whole reason he left. One of the whole reasons he left. Remember back in the day, one of the dirt sheets said that he left because he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, and they were going to make him go Saudi Arabia. Like, please.
All I know is I'm ready for the dang promos back and forth between these two building up to this.
Oh, dude, yeah, the promos are ready. Although SmackDown Punk kind of like stumbled a lot, and I was irritated by that, but I don't know.
Hey, he's getting older,
He's forgetting lines.
He's getting older, but I like how I love how we're getting John Cena and R-Truth on SmackDown Wrestling Friday.
Yeah,
Cena wrestling on SmackDown on one of his remaining spots.
They're burning those visits quick now,
bro. Where do you see this going though? When we get down, because eventually he's going to get down to 0. I'm calling right now. When he gets down to 0, he still has the title.
So, have you seen some of the fan theories on where the story could go?
I haven't really checked much into it. I know there's probably some out there, but I haven't really.
We all know I'm a sidearm booker. I love to look at where the storylines could go, where they want to go, all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy it. This is what I enjoy about wrestling. Well, one of the theories or one of the thoughts of it is, what if it's this really cool thing where Cena keeps saying he's going to ruin wrestling because it's easier to go out that way than to actually get praise. Like when you listen to Punk's promo this past Friday on SmackDown, he's really going into about, let them praise you for who you are. Let them, because you are the GOAT. Like, you are one of the GOATs, 100%. But, like, he's doing this wall, this facade, giving this heel Cena per se, that just because he doesn't want to leave, actually, kind of thing. He doesn't want to go home. And I kind of like that storyline. I kind of like that idea, and it'd be kind of cool with, like, R-Truth and how they're going with him. Maybe if that all ties into place where Cena comes back and we get good guy Cena, and it's just been this facade this whole time. But I don't know. I mean, I personally want to see him just leave with the title. That's me. Like, run this all the way.
See, I like what Cena said. Like, he said he's going to leave with the title, and then Seth Rollins will use Money in the Bank to become
the only champion. Yeah, the only champion.
That's right. I mean, fulfilling that prophecy. But there's so many ways that to take this title. You know what I mean? Oh, I mean, as far as with the undisputed WWE Championship, I mean, there's going to be future layers laid out for this, but I'm just kind of interested to see, how Cena ends this. I mean, when he reaches 0, he leaves without the title and that's it? Or do we find a way for him? Do they force him to keep coming back because he still has the championship? And it's like, no, you're not leaving as champion. You need to still. I mean, do they add more dates onto his calendar against his will, and he's got by power of attorney, he's got no way around it?
Oh, that'd actually be a really cool storyline. That would be really cool. Like, if they somehow play that, like, The Rock could be like, "No, dude, you ain't done yet. You still the champion. Like, what are you talking about? I have you. You're mine." And then we go back into the Soul storyline that everybody's pissed about that we don't have any more of.
Oh, man.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Because then it would be a whole coming to circle thing for him. Like, he did the heel turn because he wanted an easy out. And then he gets to the end to have the easy out and take the title and walk out. And then Rock's like, you ain't done yet, dude. Like, you ain't done yet. I have your soul. And holds up the contract. Bro, that... Ruby! This is why you're my mentor. I like that, my guy. I like that.
I mean, so what is Cena's last actual date?
We don't know.
We don't know because...
We don't know how long they're spanning this out. It said the end of 2025 is the end. So, who knows how long we have him.
But like I said, we got him last SmackDown. Okay.
He has like 20 dates left. That's it, or 18.
No, he's got less than that.
It's like 18.
It's like in the teens.
Yeah.
He's got like maybe 18 or 17 dates left. And that's not counting him showing up on SmackDown this coming Friday. And then you got King and Queen. You got the Night of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
So, but does he show up on the... So, yeah, so next week is... Yeah.
He'll probably show up at SmackDown right before Night of Champions.
I really wish we had some via satellite stuff. Remember how The Rock had the via satellite?
Oh, yeah.
And he would make fun of it? Like, I wish Cena would have done some of that. Because that would have saved some of our dates for other things, maybe. But...
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what they play with, man. I like the storyline. It's fun. WWE hasn't been fun to watch in a long time, and I truly feel like it's fun again to watch.
Yeah. And it's just way too late in the night for me anyway, because we can go on this forever, but this whole speculation of how all these sponsorships that keep getting added in on the canvas, on the turnbuckles, anything else around.
The tables and ladders are starting to crack me up.
Sponsorships on a particular match.
That one where they showed Triple H with all of his like jacket and stuff covered.
Did you see the Uncle Howdy had the buttons down the side that was all Cash App?
Oh no! I did not see that.
Okay, so this is gonna sound dumb, I guess, but one of my favorite movies growing up was a movie called Basketball.
Oh yes.
This WWE at times with how they're doing like the sponsorship all over this stuff. It reminds me of that scene down in Basketball where they're like, and Dallas moved to Dallas moved to California, then went to California, went to St. Louis. That's what it reminds me of, like how they're just sponsors everywhere. It's dumb. Like the stadium became like the Tampax Plex or something. Stupid stuff. I love it. It's great.
Oh my god! Now I'm gonna want to try and watch the movie now. That's too funny.
I really want, if they don't put sponsorships on the tables and ladders in the next video game, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, in the video game. Oh, bro, they have to pay for that though.
Bro, it's more money for WWE. What are you talking about? Maybe they can lower the ticket prices then. I just gave them another idea.
Yes,
go screw yourself.
People are like, man, how much for that fireball ladder? I need that in my garage. You know, it's like,
there's some redneck hillbilly like, I would totally buy that.
Are they going to put it up for auction?
Twisted Tea literally made a whole commercial about having just rednecks make commercials for them. And it worked. And they paid for things. Like, people got their weddings paid for because they made a commercial about their wedding having Twisted Tea there. That's a legit thing, bro. And they made them a commercial.
Too wild, you know. It's like
it's great, man. No, I'm with it. Whatever, capitalism, right? Here.
I thought it was just kind of funny how how Cash App was actually on the Money in the Bank briefcase, and it's probably going to stay on there until.
I don't know. No, did Naomi have the Cash App logo on it? I don't know if it was still on it.
Money in the Bank, the briefcases did have the Cash App
logo
on it.
I don't know if it was on SmackDown. I didn't recognize it on there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I just like how they got the different turnbuckles now with and just think it only just started with one with Prime back at WrestleMania 40, and here we are like 15 months later. There's like 6 or 7 different sponsors throughout the entire show on freaking
Slim Jims.
yeah.
Oh, they're pulling up the Slim Jim table. That was said. That was legitimately said on commentary by Joe when Cody Rhodes pulled out a table in the Fatal 4-Way. They're pulling out the Slim Jim table. They missed the mark not making it look like Slim Jims.
Oh my god, it's too funny. Great.
Like go in all. Like go all in with it. I mean, if the Hardys can paint a whole ladder match and make it hardified, why can't we just have sponsors all over things?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how, how do you think Netflix is, with Raw, they've got different canvases every week because, you've got different canvases that are made for like some of the sponsors that go right in the middle, and then you got some that are in the corners and the side.
What if some of this has to do with the fact that like Netflix doesn't have an actual probably like contract with some of these places to have full commercials? Because I don't know if I've seen a Slim Jim commercial on Netflix. So what if that's how they're getting around getting their sponsorships done? Is instead of doing the whole commercial thing, they're just putting on the canvas and all that kind of stuff. Instead of because all the commercials are kind of like about Netflix or WWE. It's not really.
Trust me. Yeah, trust me. They're still going to commercial in Netflix.
No, I know. I'm not saying that, but like the ads aren't always about Slim Jims and all that kind of stuff. Where like on USA, so go to SmackDown and watch a commercial thing. You have different commercials than what you're seeing on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Wonder what legal actions they had to get around for certain things, because like Pepsi only has contracts with certain places where they can't show. That's why certain movies can't do it, or certain TV show like channels couldn't air stuff. It's because they didn't have a contract or affiliate with the organization to have them sponsor that stuff. That's a thing. I don't know if that.
Yeah. I mean, it might have been. So,
But I don't understand why everybody's upset about it. I get it to a point, but everything nowadays, it's sponsorships, or you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that. So
yeah,
you guys should have complained like about 20 years ago when they started doing this.
Right. I don't know. I guess my whole point to like I said, that was just top layer I just dug into, and we spent about 8 minutes about sponsorships. But my whole idea is there's so much in the rumor mill going about, is Vince able to buy back WWE from TKO, and how much, and like, because this is a whole blooming onion I do not want to peel open right now, because we just right now it's kind of getting late in our evening, and actually I kind of wanted to kind of die things down actually tonight around here, because it's Father's Day. There might be some other activities that may be happening after this, and I don't want to get it to go too late. So, and like I said, it's, we just wanted to enjoy our day. And like I said, we love doing this every Sunday night. And I also want to talk about, I don't know what we're going to have in store for episode 200. That will actually be in 2 weeks. I'm really hoping that maybe some past guests or some of our favorite guests maybe might stop by and make a cameo to say hi, kind of do all that. But like I said, we're already in talks about doing some other, even getting some new guests possibly in the after the 200, and also just so you know, as soon as I get more information about it, I'll lay it down to you guys. But in about 3 weeks, I'm actually going to be actually as a featured guest on Ring the Damn Bell podcast
Really?
with KG Landry.
Nice.
So that will be on a Monday evening, I believe, and I think he does it live. So as soon as I know something, I'll be sharing the information out to you guys. And if you want to come by and say hi or just join in the conversation, because actually the focus is on me. So I'm going. I got a lot. I always got a lot to talk about. Good Lord, I've had too much happen. More than half my life has been wrestling related. Hell, if we want to get down to it, about 80% of it's been about wrestling related. So, if we're going to go that route. So, like I said, Austin Cage, I appreciate you hanging in there, man. I know you're probably just hot as it's
Don't
hot
take
as
your
swamp
shirt
ass
off,
there,
bro.
but
No, not now.
he's gonna do it. No, he's gonna do it.
Hey, make sure you mist your bed with a spray bottle with some nice water, and then lay in it with the fan. Trust me, it'll help cool you down.
Take your clothes off before lay in there with
I
your.
bought a new fan and and I'll use the cold side of the pillow like Peter Griffin did.
Yeah. So, any big things coming up for you this week, Austin?
Well, trying to get the AC hopefully working tomorrow if this guy comes out. And then the limb tomorrow. Trying to get the limb off my house. Outside of that, man, it's just the usual BS. Work, trying to get the wedding, more stuff ready for the wedding, all that. So nothing spectacular.
Oh yeah. I got to prepare for something like that too. In about 2 weeks, I've just been notified I'm going to be actually DJing someone's wedding in about 2 weeks. So
Nice.
yeah. So yeah. So I know all about that. So. Any big future things coming up for you this week, Z?
I'm debating on if I'm going to hit the gym tomorrow, and the wife wants to go on a hike. So either one of those are going to happen for me, and that's about it.
And if she don't want to go, then she can just say take a hike and be like, okay.
Well, we'll probably go on the hike, but I'm debating on if I'm going to the gym or not. I did a lot of running with the kids today, so hurting, goofing. We had fun,
bro. I'm just hoping to just. I still got a lot of work, but I'm hoping to rest up because I ran into St. James. I did a lot of work with setting up and tearing down, doing my matches, and like I said, the funnest part was
eating cake.
Yeah, putting the cake in someone's face, and then the part of the cake that didn't touch anything, somehow my partner held on to, and he gave me a piece of that cake. And I actually had cake before I had to wrestle in the rain. That was the greatest thing ever. And then having to drive back the same night, and then had to do some work stuff today. And I just like ache for real. I ache. So it's slow for this bad man to get around right now. So I don't know. But I would just need to soak in Epsom salt for like 2 days. I have no idea.
There you go. I took a nice detox bath last night.
Yeah.
Treated myself.
I need to get one of those sit-in tubs like downstairs and just like not be bothered.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. But not sure we're going to be having for episode number 199. I mean, my intent is to go to the St. Louis Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame next Sunday afternoon. Maybe kind of give you some updates on that. But we're going to be pretty much working toward episode 200. And we might we'll probably just do a regular start time, possibly. I thought maybe about an earlier start, but I ain't going to worry about it. Because we want everybody here, and sometimes, we're not, I don't want to do like a 3:00 afternoon broadcast or anything like that. Just saying. But no, guys, I think we're gonna. Unless if anybody else got anything else, I think I'm just ready to go on. Head off.
I think I might go put some people into walls.
There you go. To the window.
To the walls. To the sweat draw time, Mike. We'll see you guys later.
All right, guys. So we're out of here. So for the Dirty Heel Austin Cage and the Jump City Mouse and Zmiz, I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. We thank you for those who are watched here tonight for episode number 198 of the False Count Everywhere podcast. And we will see you next week. Same time, same channel, episode number 199 will be on live. So, guys, thank you very much. And we will see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central. Have a great week, guys.
We're wild.
We'll see you then.
Good show, Ruby. Proud of you. Love you, Herb.
Good night, Herb. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.